back here working on the 1448 Jon Boat here. We've been sanding away, uncovering and exposing all of the rivets. We had done put some paint stripper on there. Didn't work worth a crap, so we went ahead and went with the old tried and true wire wheel. Running down her though, we're getting it down. I'm going to get it down a whole lot like it is, like on this side all over, and then do the paint stripper again. But we got a slew of sanding to do, so I might as well get on it.
Damn.
Well, it wasn't but maybe 5 minutes after I completely run out of the grinding wheels, and that's of course after getting creative with the grinding wheels, taking one off a grinder, that I went ahead and put on some paint stripper again. Maybe it'll do a little bit better, because it sure couldn't do no worse than the first time we tried. Ain't been on there but maybe 5 minutes. We're gonna give it a little wait and see what's gonna happen here. Get to doing a little scraping. You can see right now it's not all gonna come off. As if it would. But maybe it'll get just a little bit more off, and we'll have that much more off. Anyway, we're gonna wait about another 25 minutes, let it do its job much as it can. Old paint thinner's set on it long enough, so we're scraping away at her. It did help some, but you know where they put the they got some tar around the bunch of the rivets there, so that's it slimes up the tar a bit, but it does not take it off. That's why I was going over all of the rivets there to get that out from around it. Alright, we're jumping ahead a little bit here on the Jon Boat. What we've gotten done so far is the front deck frame. It's in there extremely good. We got the aluminum braces running along the sides of it here, if I can freaking talk. We got it all framed up just like always, so we can take it in and out easier. I should say easy the first time here, just when it's all done, just to be able to poly the crap out of it. We put this piece in here as temporary. That was just to measure up where we want these 2x2s running. And we're running these back to the center seat, I guess you'd call this rascal. It's the centermost seat, at least, out of the three that's in here. Now what we're working on is figuring out the placement for the storage hatches. We're going to want one right here on the side, and we want one right there on the other side. And we obviously was going to have one right here in the middle. In the front, decided against that. May put one over there and one over here. Not sure yet on that. We are still looking at her. Reason we got so many laying on here is for the support for the two center seats. They'll go be supported over there and over here, and we're also going to put bottom supports underneath it, which is a board running all the way underneath it, all the way over there on both the seats here. Back one's going to have one too, of course. That's just for extra support, quadrupling up on everything. That's what we're doing right now. We're going to measure these up and get them all squared up with each other and get them down. I forgot to mention here, to make this bottom of the board right here, this plywood, just a temporary put in here. It's a big old smiley face on the bottom of it. So what we did there is we made our own little protractor. It's got 2 nails driven right through there, and a hole up here that just barely fits a pencil. And you can use these 2 nails, if I can do it, to sit right along the rib right here on the bottom. And the pencil goes up in there, and you know, you can drill holes further down, stick your pencil wherever the wood's coming up to, and you just run along the, get off of that, run along the very bottom all the way over, and that's how you can get your measurement to cut the wood from the bottom of there. And we're going to do that again there when we got the right size of plywood to go in there, and that'll be the cut for the bottom. And we'll do what we usually do for the sides here with the cardboard. And watch some of the other previous Jon Boat series and see what we do there. Alright, we got our very first piece in right here. We went ahead and got the countersinking out of the way, just used some stainless bolts in there, and even went ahead and found the lock washers and the flat washers and all for them, just so we ain't got to go back and try to find them. Now we got our side one on. We need to go over there and do that one the exact same way, running across. That way we can start measuring in and getting all of our inside measurements for these boards. Let's go ahead and get all these on here, and we can start figuring out the measurements then. Well, you know, we've already got our measurements for how we're going to be doing the hatches. We know where we want them, but once we get the 2 sideboards on there, we'll be able to figure out how wide they're going to be, all that kind of thing. Well, alright, about finally, it did not go as quick as you would have hoped. Of course, nothing ever does on a Jon Boat, but with all these in, it is time to go ahead and start cutting some wood over here and figure out how wide this way we want our hatches to be. I'm going to put one right here. I'm going to put one over there. We got to figure all that out though, and I'm going to go ahead and let's put the hatches, get them framed out, I should say, and we'll even get the top wood cut out for it here with the plywood. Get all that done, then we can take it all back off, and we can be polyurethaning this as we get everything all cleaned up in the boat. But for right now, let's get started on that.